Greetings and salutations, my friends. You are watching the Southwest Backpacker YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Alright guys, welcome to the Southwest Backpacker channel. I'm your host Matt, of course, and today we are heading out to the Ojito Wilderness, which is a place that I usually go this time of year with my buddy James Blackburn. We're going to head out there and do our traditional hike out to Ojito Wilderness and spend a night out there backpacking and hiking around and exploring. Should be pretty cool. I'm waiting for him to show up, so stay tuned. Guys, I'm here with James Blackburn, and James and I are going to head out on the Hoodoo Pines Trail and heading out that direction. There we go. Heading out that direction. It's only going to be about a mile or so, maybe a mile and a half at the most. But yeah, we've been up here before. This time James and I are pulling off our annual Memorial Day weekend Hoodoo Wilderness Hike. And yeah,
the eighth annual for me personally. I think Matt's been doing it a couple years longer than me, but yeah, check out his channel because that's how I learned about the Hoodoo Pines and the Ojito Wilderness. Thanks for bringing me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming out and wanting to do this again. So yeah, we got a lot of cool areas to check out. Stay tuned. We're beginning our journey. Like I said before, it's only about a mile or so in. It's on the right side of the road. So cross the road, head on down to the base there. We'll get to some interesting features, sandstone features. Kind of looks like the wave out in Arizona. This is the mini wave that we're heading to. James and I have been to this place many a times, and it's fun to come back here, especially for Memorial Day weekend. Everybody else is out probably up in the forest where there's water and competing for all of the great camp spots. And we anticipate there'll be nobody out here tonight, so we'll have the whole entire Ojito Wilderness to ourselves, which will be pretty awesome.
It's heavy, but it feels okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. It's heavy, but it feels okay. Glad that we don't have to go, 8-9 miles today with this much weight. Prickly pear cactus is just now blooming and putting out some really big flower buds. Check that out. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So later on in the season, I've got a really big backpacking trip planned with me and James and a few of our friends from Texas who went with us on the out to Badlands area on our last video. But yeah, can't reveal a whole lot more other than it'll be at the 4th of July weekend, and it's going to be a place I haven't done a video on before, so look forward to seeing that. That'll be in July. I also have a video coming out, hopefully before that, of a long lost Green River trip video from back in 2005 of some incredible footage that I captured with a really old digital camera. And we're talking 640 by 480 video resolution. But still, I think you guys will really enjoy it because I got some really cool stuff along that trip that never made it to YouTube, and I want to share it with you guys. So got that coming up as well. Anyway, we're hutching along, getting closer to the wave, mini wave. And we're going that way. We're hiking along the trail here, kind of coming up to our first feature here on the right. Sort of some toadstool hoodoos or sandstone toadstools right in here. Yeah, let's go check it out. There we go. We got our first hoodoo balancing rock. There's another one right in there.
Alright folks, thanks for tuning in. Southwest Backpacker channel on YouTube is one of my favorite channels as well, and I have the good honor to be able to do some adventures with him, and we're here today at the beautiful Ojito Wilderness in New Mexico. Definitely 2 thumbs up.
All right, we're fast approaching the wave area here. We're getting through the deserty part of our hike and starting to get into some of these juniper trees here now. It's a little windy and a little dry, so I'm breathing a little heavy today, but really glad to be out hiking. Glad to get outside, because you know life is good there. All right, we're getting to the area that James calls the beach. As you can see, it looks like a giant beach sand dune here. Right over the top of the sand dune is where things will start to look a lot more different, a lot more interesting. I think the winds are going to pick up too, so bear with me. We're already starting to get into the ponderosa pine that you see there next to James.
Thumbs up, man. That rock is awesome.
All right, away we go. We're heading over to our camp, which is just at the top up there where I pointed earlier. We're more than halfway there, and we're looking forward to it because these packs have been a little bit heavy, but not too bad. I haven't been complaining. I actually, mine has settled now and it feels pretty good. All right, James is running back to grab his camera. But yeah, we're on our way to our camp spot. This is a really cool area out here, and we basically have the whole place to ourselves today, which is awesome. Temperatures for the end of May, probably in the mid 80s, which is pretty good because there's been a couple years I've come out here and it was already in the 90s, and it was a lot harder to come out here and hike and enjoy the area when it was so hot. But yeah, today it feels good. We got a nice breeze. Don't really have a cloud in the sky. There's a couple clouds, but it's mostly that blue New Mexico sky you see behind me. And yeah, just loving it. So we'll switch you guys, show ya. Let's see, we'll go here and then here. That giant tree you see there at the base of it is more or less where we're going to be camped for tonight. We're almost there. All right, guys, we've made it to the area I call the Painted Desert. You can see all the layers in the desert here. Looks a lot cooler on a drone shot. Actually did bring my drone today, so I'm hoping to fly it later on today and tomorrow. This is the Ojito Wilderness in our final stretch. Just behind James there is the wave section that we were at earlier. And the sun is out in full force. It's hot. Looking forward to getting to the campsite and getting some shade. It's cooking. Anyway, we're headed that way. All right, James and I have made it to the home stretch. You can see the big pine there. We're heading over there, and the hoodoos are just below the pine. Let's go check it out. Had a win from setting up the camera, having to go back and retrieve it, but yeah, it's worth it. Anyway, getting to the last stretch of our hike here. This will be our home for the next 16 hours or so. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting underneath some shade there because it is warm. Pretty warm today. And there's the first hoodoo. See that right there. Yes, yes. We've made it. Made it to the hoodoos. There's one to the left of the tree as well. And another one to the left of that. Here it is, guys. Awesome. Alright, we made it to the hoodoos and the shade. Oh, beautiful shade. Yeah, it's warm. There's a hoodoo right here. Pan over slowly here. See the ones behind the tree. There's some kind of out in the distance there as well. Yeah, we made it to the shade.
Awesome.
All right, we made it to the shade. Got the backpacks off. Gonna dig in there and try to find my camping chair so I can set up and find a shady spot here under the tree and start relaxing. So we're gonna get into the pack now. And the thermometer already is reading 84 degrees here in the shade. It'll probably get a little warmer than that by late afternoon. But hey, we're in the shade and this is good. So James and I are sitting here under the shade, and I look up at the top of the base and I notice there's somebody standing up there. I'm going to do a 10 times zoom. Check this out.
See him up there? Wow.
Zoom.
Matt's been to the top of that mesa before, so where that guy is standing, it's a pretty difficult hike to get up into that spot. Matt can vouch for, you can see that cap rock there at the top. It's got to be some sketchy moments getting to the top of that, but it always impresses me when somebody goes through the effort and they do it safely. It's always awesome.
All right. Me and James, we are taking a walk further north up the trail because there is probably another camping spot. At least I haven't been able to check it out, and I would like to go see it. If it's got more shade than where we're at and it looks better, we might actually go to it. But either way, it's nice to get out and do a day hike, and so yeah, we're gonna head that away, see if we can come around this mesa, see if there's some shade and some better camping. This is looking north, pan around to the west and then to the south, show you the area that we're in here. Looking west, and that's heading back south. The big pine tree there is where we're camping, and I have hiked and camped on the top of this mesa. I've also backpacked, camped at the top of that one. I've got a YouTube video on it. I think I've also got one on this one as well. Those are the hammock videos. Ojito Wilderness Mesa backpacking videos that I did a long time ago, 10 years ago. But yeah, anyway, James and I are gonna go exploring around here in the Ojito Wilderness Badlands and see if we can find a different camp spot, or just an alternate camp spot, because there's so many places you could set up out here. I mean, just look, it's all sandstone and sand. So the sandy spots would be great for tents, and some of the sandstone areas, if you can find two good junipers, you could set up a hammock and have a really nice spot over the sandstone rocks. Not have to worry about setting up a tent. Anyway, you can see the trail kind of zigzagging along, and we're thinking the trail might go around the other side of the shoulder of this mesa. So that's where we're heading now. Boy, you can really feel that sun, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, once you get out of the shade, you feel it's warm out here in the desert for sure.
You can feel all of the sun radiating off the ground and kind of bouncing back up, and it is warm. But a little bit of a breeze, it actually feels pretty good. Days of the new tree right there. Awesome, man.
Last time I was here, I remember this rock because it reminds me of a skull rock with the upper teeth. So you see the two eyes and the nose, and then the upper jaw there. Just an unusual rock here in the Ojito Wilderness. There's another one coming up here in a minute that's something different like that.
There's James's pumpkin head rock. Awesome.
Some yellow flowers. Got just enough moisture for this to happen. Nice.
James and I hiking on the trail here. We're coming around the corner and look at this view. That is the painted desert that I talk about. I mean, look at that. And it's windy, of course, getting super windy again. But yeah, you can see got the trail here. We're going to continue going around the corner here, but I wanted to show you just how beautiful it looks. And if you look off way out in the distance there, that is Cabazon Peak, the very top of it. Got a video on that as well. Great drone video of me flying it to the top. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. But yeah, we're going to come around the corner here and see if there's any good camping and any good shade. Because it is windy and it is sunny up here. But yeah, look at the views out here. Spectacular. Just a hurricane out here today. The wind coming around that corner. Definitely not protected from the wind, so might have a better spot. Look at this rock scree next to me. This has fallen, broken away over the years. This has crumbled down right down to my feet here, right to the trail. Kind of continues off the other direction there. James and I just discovered a cave above us here while we were goofing around with the camera. I'm going to zoom in and see if we can see anything from here. It actually looks like it goes in a little ways. It's steep, but it would be cool to check out. You want to go check it out?
Heck yeah. I've been rubbernecking out here all day. And this is another awesome spot. It doesn't look too difficult, so I think we're going to climb up there and see if there's any honey bears back in that cave.
Let's see if there's any honey bears in that cave. We're going that way. Okay, well, not quite a cave, but yet it is. I mean, it's too far above to climb up in it. Probably get in it, but it's water erosion that has carved it out. It goes back in there a pretty good distance. I see footprints there, so people have gotten up in here, but check this out. You can look, see all the way up here, and there's light coming through the top. That's erosion that is carved through here and sort of made this cave a little similar to out there in the Bistai Badlands. except this one's a little harder to get into. But pretty cool nonetheless. It's got a lot of cool erosion.
So not really big enough to climb inside of, but a critter could live in there for sure.
Definitely.
And we're not far from the top as well.
There's some more cool erosion in here as well. Okay, so I'm hiked up. Cave is just below James there. Actually, it's above James, but below this lip in front of James. He's gonna hike down and come around and meet me over here on the top, because I hiked up all this sketchy stuff here and it was slippery. You can see James is going down buttock style because it is steep. I'm a mountain goat, so I'm gonna do my mountain goat thing, but I'm gonna hike along this ridge and then drop down into here and meet James over there. Whew. Pretty nice view out here though. See Red Mesa way out there in the distance. Yeah. Well, pan over here, you can see Cabazon Peak. The whole thing now. Yeah, it's cool. Cabazon Peak. We're heading back to camp, but I walked off trail. I saw this thing, top of the rock there. Looks like somebody made a bench on the top of this flat bedstone mesa shelf rock thing. We're gonna go check it out real quick. So James and I are almost back to camp. We're looking up at the cliff there, and I think we see giant round rock embedded into the sandstone cliff. I'm going to zoom in and see if that's the case. Yeah, that's what we're looking at there. Isn't that wild? It doesn't even look natural. It looks metallic. But no, I think it is natural, and I think that is a round rock up there. Wow. So we think that's a fossil. It's just a really large type of boulder there. It's probably clay, and inside the center of it is some type of critter that was fossilized. But it's embedded in the cliff up there, and that's the largest one I've ever seen. I mean, that is the size of me if I stood next to it. That thing is huge. Cool find. Yeah. Our camp is just, it's right there. See the big tree. Time to go get some water. That was a cool find.
That was cool, man. And what a great little day hike that we did as well.
Yeah. All right, it's about 5 o'clock. We got about maybe another hour before the sun goes over the mesa top there. And figured let's go ahead and get dinner going, because I'm getting hungry. So I've got my water bladder set up over here in the shade so that the water's not baking in the hot sun. And got my pot here, my titanium pot. Already poured a 2 cups of water in there. Actually, that's I got 16 ounces in there right now. And pour 1 more cup in there for my dehydrated meal tonight. So yeah, I'll get that going and I'll show you my stove setup that I brought this evening. Alright guys, so this is my setup for this evening. I am using the Clickstand Titanium Appellation Combo that I've had for probably the last 15 or so years. Love this setup, and I decided to bring it this afternoon. I have a fuel cell here. This is just a plastic tube with some denatured alcohol, and then I've got my titanium, my Toaks titanium, I think it's a 1600 milliliter pot, and my spork that I carry around with me. Works just fine. But I've already got, I've actually got a cup of water in there. And I think I needed, actually I got 2 cups of water in there. I only needed a cup and a half, so got plenty of water in there. What I'm going to do is set my camera up here. Show you guys how I get this set up. Bear with me, I'm trying to get the proper angle on this. Okay, I think that'll work. So, got my denatured alcohol right here. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and pour it into my alcohol stove. Yeah, I don't even know if I need all of it. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and pour all of it in there. Probably about a ½ ounce to an ounce of denatured alcohol. And all I gotta do is just light it with a lighter, and bam, we're good to go. Even though you can't see it because it's daytime, it is lit, and you can feel the heat on it. Ouch. Go ahead and put my pot over the top of it. Put the lid over the top here, and we'll come back in about 7 minutes. We should have some boiling water. Stay tuned. Alright, got a little bit of a break in the wind here, and had a little bit of a accident spill here. As you can see on the left, had to restock the water, but been about I don't know, a couple minutes now, and things are going well. I've got some rocks here as a windbreak, and we're doing well. So here we're going to be eating dinner here shortly, and hungry, can't wait. Thumbs up. Alright, it's only been a few minutes now. I've went and got my meal. It's a Mountain House Adventure Meals Spicy Southwest Style Skillet. I've never tried this one before, so this will be brand new. You can see the steam coming off of the side over here. This guy's been boiling and ready to go. So this worked out quite well. Very happy as always with it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and rip into this. We'll pour the water and the contents into our bag here and mix this all up. soften that up and get ready to have some dinner tonight. Hopefully this desert tornado will go away. Sand. Alright, gonna try and do this one-handed without spilling over everything. Ran out of fuel there, right at the nick of time. That was perfect amount of fuel. Go ahead and pour that in. And give that a good stir. That way everything hits the water. Stuff looks absolutely disgusting in the bag, but I know when it softens up, it'll taste great. It'll probably look even better too. Anyway, that is my setup that I usually bring backpacking with me. The click stand, my titanium coffee cup, this bigger guy for cooking, and my titanium spork. Heck yeah, we're gonna seal this up and let it soften up, and we'll get back to you guys soon. Wow, it's just absolutely gorgeous here this evening. Food's almost ready. I'm just waiting for the last 5 minutes for it to soften up, and I wanted to show you guys what I brought with me to drink here. This is, get this in focus. I brought Teller's. This is made here in Albuquerque, and this is Teller Watermelon Walk-Off. It has a delicious watermelon taste to it. It's 9% alcohol, and of course it's mixed with vodka here, but it's got the Albuquerque Isotopes logo there on the top, which is kind of cool. And yeah, this is made with New Mexico vodka. And this stuff is stout, and I had a couple of these one night and regretted drinking them too quick, so this time around we're gonna enjoy them slowly. Wow, there goes the hat after a big wind gust. Anyway, wanted to show you guys this, and I'll pour this on some ice now. Awesome. All right, I think my food is ready to go, reconstituted. Ooh, and it's still nice and warm too, which is good. See if we can get the flap off of there. I'll just tuck it away in the bowl. Oh, yeah, the wind is definitely blowing stuff around here everywhere. All right, spicy Southwest chicken. Actually, spicy Southwest style skillet. I don't know that there's chicken in here. It actually says potatoes, shredded beef, black beans, green chili, and vegetables. All right, going in. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Okay, there we go. You guys can see that. It's yeah, it is what it is. I bet it's gonna taste good. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we got. All right, James, I'm ready to go in on this.
All right, man. It looks like it's it looks really good. It smells good too.
I mean, it's got shredded beef in there. I can see it.
Nice.
Looks like it's got corn. It's got noodles. I just, yeah, hope that I put enough water and I got it in there long enough. But
this is the one I got, chicken and rice.
Oh yeah.
So let me open it up and give it a quick stir.
All right, guys, let's see what we get.
That one smells good too. Look at that.
Oh, I've had that one.
Yeah,
it's actually really good.
Chicken and rice, or as they call it, rice and chicken. So I guess that's true. There's a lot more rice than chicken in here, but man, it smells great.
Okay. Yeah, Southwest style skillet. It's pretty good. I would definitely go with this as far as like breakfast. I think this would be more of a good breakfast morning. Pack on a whole bunch of calories and protein before you head out. Delicious. I think if I added just a little bit more water, this would be a little bit more satisfying. But hey, the taste is excellent. And yeah, it reconstituted pretty well. I like it. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 as far as Mountain House goes. And if I had to buy it again, I probably would, but I'd get it as a breakfast item. Thumbs up. Alright, I found a nice little flat spot where I usually set up my tent. Move some of those rocks out of the way and go ahead and set up my gear here. And yeah, in the tradition of James Blackburn, I'm going to do a time lapse of me setting up my gear here. Check it out. Okay, that didn't take too long to set up. I'm going to go ahead and set up my sleeping pad now. Not going to use my rain fly tonight because there's no chance for any rain, and it's not going to be super cold, so I don't really need to keep the heat in. It'll feel good to have the nice cool air blowing through the tent here, out here in the hot desert. Anyway, got my camp pad ready to go here. This is my Kilo skier air sleeping pad. I got this off the internet about a year ago. Absolutely love it. And I've got a little electric pump that will help inflate this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and get my sleeping setup ready to go here so that I can just lay down when I'm ready to sleep and not have to worry about setting all this up. I'll show you how this sets up. Okay, so I got my air pump here. It's just a small little battery powered air pump. Double press it and pump air into your camp pad. And it's got all these different nozzles to fit all kinds of different air pads and whatnot. So I'll show you how I air this guy up here real quick before the wind takes off with my tent. Okay, so I got my camp pad laid out. I've actually got it flipped upside down because it's easier to fill it up from the nozzle right here upside down than when it is the other way. And then when I'm done, I'll just flip the camp pad over. And I'll show you guys how I hook this up. I just keep it in a little headlight case like this, so all the parts and pieces can fit in there. But I think it's the big guy that we're looking for. This side blows air out, this side takes air in, so you can also deflate and suck the air out of this just by taking the nozzle off from here and placing it onto here. Since we need to air it up, we're going to put it on the small side. And oh, I got the wrong one. I need the smaller guy here. Put him there. See if I can show you guys this. Pull the valve back. It's got a two-way valve, so I'm going to make sure that's closed. Only air can go in, but no air can come out. So I'll just attach this, hit the button twice, flip that over, let that just sit there, and we'll fill the mattress up here. I'll do a time lapse on how fast it fills up. All right, got my stuff set up. We're gonna head over and set up. Let's go see what James has over here. James!
Tent's looking good.
Thank you.
Under the stars.
Yeah.
I'm right over here behind this juniper. this has been my yearly spot. This is the 8th year in a row. So if you'd like to see the tent set up real quick.
Let's go check it out.
There's my little piece of real estate for the night.
Very nice. Tucked away in between the juniper trees here in a nice spot without any wind. Great views. Love it.
Yep. I say this sometimes in my videos, but my face is hurting from smiling so much because we're having such a great time being here.
And it is a beautiful evening. The sun is going down over the mesa top here and casting some nice shade and shadow over our area. We're gonna head back over to the pine tree, down to the hoodoos, and see about making a campfire. Thumbs up. All right, James is gonna get us the campfire going tonight.
All right. See if we can do this quickly. What's nice about this is something Matt taught me years ago is we have a thing out here called fat wood. And I'm cheating a little bit. I'm using a Bic, but one strike of this should get the whole thing going. So let's see what happens.
Also, we got pine needles down there as our starter, and that's going to light up like gasoline. All it takes is one little flame, and the rest of it's going to spread pretty darn quickly. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't so hard.
Nope, that was one flick of the Bic.
That was one flick of the Bic. Awesome, man.
Thank you for stocking it and getting it ready.
Thanks for helping us get some firewood.
Yeah, I scouted out around this whole area. Alright, totally worth coming back for another overnighter, man. Oh, thank you, sir. You're keeping me buzzed. Awesome. That watermelon is just so tasty.
It is, man.
I'm not taking big shots, but I'm taking a nice little drink, though.
Yeah, I'm taking nice little
warming
sip.
my insides up.
Don't need to take huge pulls. All right, so it's starting to get dark out now. James and I are getting ready to set up and do a bunch of cool photos here shortly. Waiting for it to get a little bit darker and the stars to come out. I think we're going to get some spectacular nighttime photography. And we're going to share it with you guys. See the hoodoos glowing in the background there? That's cool. Yeah, that's very cool. Hoodoos all around us tonight. This is a magical place to camp. Glad we got a chance to come up here. It's getting close to 11 o'clock and me and James are getting ready. Head off to bed.
Yep.
The last of the fire here is we're enjoying it before we go head off to the tent. Had a good day today. Did some great hiking around and exploring. Have a nice campfire to enjoy dinner and the evening with. Totally awesome. We got these cool hoodoos right here in camp too, which is really awesome. I'm heading off to bed, heading off to the tent, and gonna make a siesta for the evening. Alright guys, just made it back to my tent and ready to head off to bed. I'm gonna call it an evening. Had a great time out here. Catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. We'll have some coffee and watch the sun come up if I can get up early enough to do that. But yeah, into my tent now. Go ahead and unzip this guy here. Climb in and try to zip this back up before all the flying bugs come in from the headlamp. And what I'll do is come up here and turn on my light and turn off the headlamp here, and it illuminates everything down here below me, which is quite nice. And yeah, I can kind of sit back and jump into my sleeping bag and call it an evening. So catch you guys tomorrow, and yeah, we'll have some coffee in the morning. All right, talk to you guys later. Thumbs up. here in a cup. I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate myself up as much as I can before we head on back to the parking lot. It's already getting hot, so I'm hanging out in the shade here underneath the tree. But yeah, I'm gonna drink as much water as I can so I don't have to carry it, and also stay super hydrated because it's hot out here. But we're getting ready to take on off, and we're gonna have maybe some drone action on the way out. Have the drone follow us out while we're hiking out, get some good shots. That would be cool. Anyway, it's been an awesome weekend. It's been fun hanging out with James, and this is a great place, the Ojito Wilderness, to come out and do some backpacking. Just got to make sure to bring some water. But yeah, had a great time. Let's head on out.
All right, got it on. It feels lighter. Definitely, I don't have 8 pounds of water, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite as heavy for me either. It feels pretty good. So we are heading out back to the parking lot. One last look at the hoodoos in our camp before we head off that direction and down to the wave there, and then around the corner and back to the parking lot. So it's been an awesome trip. Had a good time.
It was great, man. 8th Annual Ojito Wilderness Backpacking Adventure for me personally. For Matt, he's probably been coming here many more years than the last 8, but
this will be the first one that I've put out officially as far as our weekend tradition here. But yeah, looking forward to it. We're gonna get down close to the wave there and get some more aerial footage. Stay tuned. Thumbs up. right, guys, that was fun. We made it back to the parking lot. I just want to thank James Blackburn for coming along on the trip. We had a great time. Hope you enjoyed it too.
I had a great time too, man. Thanks for having me out here again. Appreciate it.
So yeah, till next time, guys, get outside. Life is good there.